I'm your host, Madrina, and welcome to Rolling with Madrina. I'm a community service organizer, motivational speaker, and an advocate for the people. I am living proof that your struggle can be your story and your trauma can be your triumph. I've dedicated my life to giving back, and I want you to roll with me while I speak with those in our community who are doing what they do best. Now watch and listen for what you can do to join their cause. Hello, and thank you for watching Rolling with Madrina. I'm Madrina Ciano, and I've got a new topic for you today. Some of you may remember my buddy Jason Boatwright, who was on last month and talked about male veteran or veterans benefits for men, really in general, but it seemed like there were a lot of men that reached out to him and were able to secure appointments and get some guidance. And it just seems like traversing the veterans benefits aftermath is a little bit cumbersome. So Jason came on to share his knowledge and received tons of phone calls and was able to help so many veterans. And so he turned me on to another mover and shaker in the veterans community, Miss Donna Maxwell.
Hi.
And she is Women's Veterans Program Manager within the Gulf Coast VA system. And so welcome, Donna. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're all jazzed up because before we started filming, the last show that was here that filmed, got to meet Donna, and there was a real connection made and some great shared benefits. So I call that a divine intervention. And so let's just keep that spirit going. Donna, what is the Women Veterans Program Manager? What are you responsible for?
I am responsible for making sure that all women veterans who live anywhere in our 18-county catchment area between Biloxi, Mississippi and Panama City, Florida, are getting the care that they deserve and that they earned. I'm responsible to make sure that we have providers who are trained to take care of the unique needs of women veterans. We are a little bit different to take care of than our male veterans. We have some different needs than our men do. I'm responsible to make sure that women are getting the care they need when they need that care, that it's equal to the care that we would provide to a male veteran, and that when they come to any facility that they feel safe and respected.
And do you feel like you're hitting that mark?
For the most part, yes. We still have some challenges. There are still some things that we're trying to overcome, but we meet very often with our women veterans. We have some focus groups. So we find out from them, what are their needs? What services do you want that we don't have? What services are working for you? What do we need to do better?
Right. And silly question, but I know we have the VA hospital here over Warrenton area by the PSC college there. Where are the others in your, what did you call it, your catchment area? I love catching these little military terms when they come on. What are there others?
There is. Biloxi, Mississippi is where our headquarters are. That's our VA medical center. And then we have what we call community out-based facilities. And we have one in Mobile, Alabama, one here in Pensacola. So we're not really a VA hospital. We're an outpatient clinic. We do some surgery now at Navy Hospital. We just came up with a deal with them. So we've been doing surgery there for a couple months. We also have right outside Eglin Air Force Base, we have a facility. And then we have two in Panama City. We have one on the west side of Panama City, and we have one on the east side of Panama City where we do behavioral health.
So does that give our area vets lots of options, or do we really still need more of these types of hospitals and buildings?
It does give them a lot of option. We are planning to expand and put another clinic out in the Milton area and one in the Crestview area because we have a lot of veterans in those areas.
Very nice. That's good to know. And then so you are specifically in charge to oversee the women's programming and to make sure that they're getting the services that they're entitled to.
Yes.
So when you retire from the military, everyone naturally gets veterans benefits for the rest of their life?
Usually, not always. There are some certain circumstances where you may or may not qualify, and you may qualify for some benefits and not others. You don't have to retire from the military. I was in the Army for 9.5 years. I'm able to use the VA for my health care. I didn't know that when I got out of the Army. I didn't know that until I came to work at the VA, that I could have been getting my health care at the VA.
Why weren't you informed? That needs to change. That's a system that needs to change. After you've stepped up to serve your country, wow, that needs to change.
Yes, it does. And we're working with, in fact, we meet with some people at Eglin coming up. I met with some people in Biloxi last week. They have some programs for people who are coming out of the military, and we're trying to get them information because a lot of people don't know.
That's crazy. There ought to be an off-boarding process, or at least a folder or a packet that says, here are thank you for serving your country, and these are the great amenities that we would love to continue to offer you, especially for those who've been in combat and whatnot, who still carry trauma, injuries, afflictions, mental, physical. Like, we need to make it clear what we're offering them in exchange.
And
wow.
they do have some programs. There is a women's health transition training program that the Air Force is very big about doing right now. The Navy has a program called TAPS, so does the Air Force. And they're supposed to be getting some information, but I don't think the word really gets out to everyone that needs to know that the VA is here. We're here to take care of you.
Should be an automatic email, a flurry of emails, kind of like when you change medical insurance carriers. It's like getting out of an occult. I'm going to tell you that. Did you really cancel? Did you really change? Are you sure you don't want to come back? Like, they have been hunting me down to get my business back. That's what we need to do for our vets.
Yes.
And I know that our show is airing past the time, but you recently had a veterans benefits fair on April the 6th there at the VA hospital. You do it every year. Can you share with our viewers who might have missed it this April? I believe it's every April, or how?
April, we did one last year in June. It just fluctuates. But every year we try to do it.
And what happened at this event?
It is an opportunity for veterans to come. We have eligibility there. We have someone there from all our different facilities. We have behavioral health, suicide prevention, whole health, the women's health. All of our different services are there. We talk to veterans about what services we have to offer. They meet with eligibility to find out what services are you eligible for and to get them enrolled for benefits.
And some big wigs come into town, and all the military top brass, and everybody is here in the Pensacola area to cater and focus to our vets and see what can be done to make sure that they know the doors are open, the benefits are there, and to get their appointments. And that's one of the things that was so surprising to me, and maybe you can touch on this. I don't mean to open a can of worms, but one of the things Jason has heard from a lot of our viewers that reached out to him is they can't get an appointment. They can't get the benefits. They can't get an appointment for months and years. What's going on? Am I just hearing a few? Is this a misconception?
We fluctuate. We have periods where we have all of the providers that we need, and we can offer all the services that we need. And then as people retire, sometimes it's hard to get other people in to take care of that, or to get the right people in. Especially where the women's program, we want women that, number one, want to take care of women. We don't want someone who is being told, oh, well, you're going to take care of women, because not everybody is comfortable. So sometimes it's challenging to find the right fit for our employers, or for our employees, the right physicians, the right nurses, the right support staff.
And who makes up, or who comprises, is it retired doctors or doctors with a heart for, how do you get the providers versus them being with a hospital or in private practice? How do you go about recruiting them?
A lot of them are prior military, and they just feel that need to give back to the veteran community.
Nice, yeah.
And then some are just local people where they hear about the VA and all the services that we offer, and they say, yeah, I want to do that. I want to give back to those veterans.
And is there something you would like to say now to any viewers that are watching that might be that? Maybe someone that could step in. What ranges of service? You have everything from dermatology to general practice and internal medicine?
We have specialty services like pulmonology, cardiology, behavioral health is a big service that we offer. And we have a lot of social workers. Social workers are amazing. They know everything. We need nurses, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, physicians. We have surgeons that work with us. We do some outpatient surgeries.
So anything a traditional hospital would need, from surgical techs to x-ray techs.
The people that clean our instruments and re-sterilize them.
Admin, administration.
People making appointments, housekeepers who are emptying our trash. We need it all.
And where do they find said job information?
USA.gov, usajobs.gov.
USA.usajobs.
Jobs.
Okay.
.gov.
All right. Well, that's a nice resource there. We'll be sure to get that put up on the screen so you can catch that. usajobs.gov. Check that out. Very good to know.
And then they can also reach out to me because I can put them in touch with the right people. And also, if you're a woman veteran, we have about 33,000 women veterans between Biloxi and Panama City Beach.
33,000?
33,000 women who have served.
Wow.
Only 15,000 of them are enrolled for care with the Gulf Coast VA. So half of the women, over half of the women, aren't using their benefits.
So of these 33,000 women that you can identify, you know that why? Because you have their names?
Because, no, we have data. Every county keeps data on the number of veterans that they have, both male and female. And
But
we're
how do
able
you
to
get that data?
There's websites that we can pull it from, county websites.
Can't we use that same information to push out the fact that the benefits are available to them?
Sometimes we can. We don't have contact information for all of those people.
Oh, okay.
We know
you just see
that,
retired, a metric number, and they went to this. Gotcha.
Yes, they registered with the county, or something happened where the county got their information that they're a veteran.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Do you want to create but don't know where to start? Our new fabric line will inspire you. If you can dream it, we can help you make it. From using kits that include everything you would need, to taking classes to create something more personalized, Daryl's is the place for you. No matter if you're just beginning or experienced, Daryl's has you covered. Find us at 6705 North Davis Highway, open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Hi, I'm Madrina. Be a mover and shaker in our community by helping others overcome problems ranging from health to substance abuse, from personal safety to neighborhood issues, from taking care of your kids to taking care of your parents. Come on our show and tell people how you did it. Be a community hero and watch Rolling with Madrina, Thursday nights at 8:30, only on Blab TV.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
What do an aerospace engineer, cancer immunologist, and bat scientist all have in common? We all have cool jobs in STEM fields. Whether it's building robots or learning to code, girls everywhere are finding their passion for science, technology, engineering, and math through positive role models and mentors. So dare to dive in, get connected, and explore. You never know what your future may hold. Learn more about these and even more cool jobs at shecanstem.com.
Welcome back. I've got Donna Maxwell here in the studio. She specializes in women veterans programming, helping women who are veterans, or is it active duty or particularly veterans?
Yes, pretty much veterans.
Okay. But having to access what's already available to them. I'm still mind blown. I was just talking to her off camera, like, how do they not know? We need to work on that because they are owed that, and we want to make sure they know about it. So if you're watching this and you know of a female veteran in your family or in your circle of friends, please spread this information. We'll get it on the TV, but donna.maxwell@va.gov would be her contact email. We'll get her phone number up there, 850-912-2212. But so there's so much more here, since you talked about focus groups.
2219.
2219.
Sorry.
That's why we get it up on the screen, to make sure that just my words aren't the only receipt. But so much. So not only are tapping into their benefits and letting them know what's available, but beyond that, you've got focus groups and night outs and meetings. And tell us all about it.
So we do so much, especially for women veterans. Probably our biggest kept secret at the VA is that we offer maternity care. We don't do maternity care at the VA, but we send women out into the community to be seen by local obstetricians. We cover all of their prenatal care, ultrasounds, blood work, everything that they need. We cover up to 8 weeks after they have the baby.
Now, this is a big deal.
It is a big deal. We have breast pumps that we give them, nursing bras, all the nursing supplies that they need for however long they want to breastfeed.
Female vets, not females whose husband was a vet, but just female vets.
vets.
Okay, just want to
now, there are
that.
services for
spouses,
but not through the VA.
Okay, all right. Wow.
We have maternity care coordinators who will follow those women throughout their pregnancy, call in and check on them, make sure that they're getting their appointments that when they need, that they're getting to mental health if that's what they need. We also cover the baby for the first 7 days. So during that hospital stay, and then if baby needs any follow-up for those first few days, we cover that. We have lactation services. One of our maternity care coordinators is a certified lactation consultant.
And that's needed. I actually had a lactation specialist here on the show. That's their whole service.
Yes.
And helping mothers and babies bond and get the nutrition and to work that out. Sometimes the babies don't take to it. Sometimes the body doesn't want it. There's all kind of complications that can happen.
Yes.
So that is really needed. Wow.
Yes, so we offer all of that. We also offer infertility services. So if a service member is having trouble getting pregnant, or if it's the male who's having trouble with his wife getting pregnant, we can send them out to specialists to do a workup to find out why they can't get pregnant. If for certain veterans who are service connected for some conditions, actually the husband and the spouse, the service member and the spouse, can be eligible for IVF treatment.
Wow, that is really something to know. I will be spreading that message. And did I hear you say, or did you already mention this, like you help with car seats and different
We
things?
do have some resources to get car seats. We do have some drive-through baby showers.
Breast pumps, you said.
Yes, breast pumps. We
You
do.
have.
And all of the supplies that they need. We have about 8 different pumps that they can choose from.
So when there was a formula shortage, did y'all have that shortage too? Do you remember that during COVID?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
I didn't know if you had a special stash on lock or something.
No. We did have some people that were able to get some and donate to us that we could give to some of our moms.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you also do some public forums.
We do. We are actually mandated by Congress to do 2 women veterans public forums a year and 4 women veterans focus groups a year. And all of that information, women can share as much or as little as they want to. And all of that information gets rolled up to my leadership and to my leadership's leadership and all the way up to National VA to say, this is what the women of the Gulf Coast say that they need. We're lacking in this, or this doesn't happen for us. So we do those focus groups once a quarter. Those are virtually. and they can just reach out to me and I can send them a link. Our next one is April 25th. We have a public forum.
Okay, coming up next week.
Yep, coming up next week. And then we have a women's public forum that's going to be in August 25th, and that's an in-person meeting. And again, we have our leadership there so that they can answer questions, and it's women specific, because sometimes women veterans don't want to interact with male veterans. Maybe we've had some bad experiences. Right. So these are women specific groups. And I have a women's health medical director. She comes to these forums and focus groups with me. We're responsible for training our staff in how to take care of women. So she's there too to hear about what services we need, what's working and not working.
Very cool. And you also mentioned a very enticing ladies' night out in August where you pamper
Yes,
them.
we do. We have ladies' night out. We have a lot of different vendors that come. We have massage therapy. We've had Mary Kay there to do facials. One time we had someone from a local salon that came in and did hair and makeup. So we make it just a really good night. Good food, good music, have a lot of fun.
And are you the one that's planning all these events?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
also an event planner,
Yes, I am.
amongst many other things.
Yes.
You know, as I'm sitting here listening to you and I'm learning an eye-opening amount of benefits that are above and beyond general care, but just so much there. We know we need to get the word out to the female vet. So if you're watching, I'm mandating you as a mandated reporter to spread the word to the female veterans around you. I know we all know of them. But are there any misconceptions, myths in regards to veterans, benefits, post-military that you often hear? Anything you need to bust while you're right here?
Yes. A lot of people have the impression that the VA, we've had some bad press in the past that we are working to overcome. So a lot of people.
And what was the bad press? Was it about I can't never get an appointment?
It is.
The care was subpar?
Yes.
Those things? Okay.
Yes. And we're working very hard to make sure that you can get your appointments, that we do have the providers to take care of you. Whether it's behavioral health, you have chronic illness, you have acute care that you need, anything. We are working very hard to make sure that we offer that care. We've also had people say that, I don't go to the VA because they don't provide good care. And actually, some of the metrics that come out that compare us to community shows that the VA actually does better care. And aside from that, we know what veterans need. Most of us have been veterans. We know what it's like. We understand that sometimes coming out of that military and getting into the civilian community, it's just different.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing to try to re-enter and reintegrate into.
Yes. So we understand that.
You have mental services. I know you touched on that, but that made me think about that re-entry and the reintegrating and, coming through, and you have trauma and you have brain injuries and so much.
And we have providers that are trained in spinal cord injury, in traumatic brain injuries. We have a social work service that does the integration from military to VA. We
don't have TBI services here, right?
Yes, no, we do. We do have
because I know there's a big traumatic brain injury, big thing in Texas that a lot of them go over there, and it's an intensive program.
And we don't have an intensive program like that, but we do have providers who are trained in taking care of veterans with spinal cord injuries and traumatic brain injuries.
Good to know. I'll be spreading that message as well.
So we can offer that care.
So has there been new changes and implementations in the last few years? I mean, coming off of those rumors or reviews, or what is the latest and greatest recently? Because it seems like I've had Jason here, now I've got Donna, like there's a huge push on getting our arms around our vets.
Yes.
Has there been some changes, or has someone...
Yes and no. It's just that we want to make sure that veterans know you earned these services. You deserve to come and get your care at the VA, and we're going to take very good care of you.
Right.
And we're not the old VA. We're not this man's VA. We are the VA for all veterans.
I have another question, and again, not meant to stump you, but these are the things that occur to me when I'm listening. It's a lot of times I see homeless people, and they have the homeless vet. They're homeless vets. To my mind, I think there must have been some trauma or injury there that leads to some mental instability that has them on the street. Is that what you would say, or is it that they don't have the benefits, they've been cast out, and no one's there for them?
And it might be a little of both.
Thanks for your honesty.
That a lot of them may not have the support that they need, or they may not know of the benefits. We do have a homeless veteran program.
That's where I was hoping you would lead into.
We have a homeless veterans program with people who are specially trained to help these veterans find housing and
counseling and sources.
Yes, and the things that they need to find jobs.
Is that a very active program?
It is a very
people are boots
active.
on the ground all the time
Yes,
with?
all the time. And we're doing outreach. We do homeless stand-downs where we have a mobile medical unit that we can go into rural communities and provide care to some of these veterans who can't get to the VA.
Very cool.
So
That's good to
lots
know.
of services.
All right, sis, I think we've got like a minute and a half. Look in that camera. Tell them everything they need to know. Bring it forth.
If you are a veteran anywhere between Biloxi, Mississippi and Panama City Beach, Florida, please reach out to me. Even if you're not a woman veteran, I can get the male veterans hooked up with the right person.
All right, so find her. We'll get all her information on the screen. Check it out. Donna, are there any needs that the community could give to you? I know you normally have nonprofits on here. They're looking for diapers or dog food or used clothes or anything that the community could do to support you. Besides spread the word.
Just spread the word. That's the big thing, is spread the word and let everyone know that we're here to provide the best care.
Right, and check out that usajobs.gov for those types of jobs that she was speaking of. And if any of this interests you while hearing today, please reach out to Donna. We'll get all her information up there. And if you can't find her, reach out to me. I'll make sure that you find her. I know who she is and I can get you in touch. And thank you for all that you do to advocate for female veterans in our area from here, from Biloxi to Panama City Beach.
Right.
Thank you, Donna, for
Thank
rolling
you.
with Madrina.
Thank you so much.
All right. Aloha.